Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Lessons for Life from Swami Jagadatmananda's inspiring book Learn to Live, Volume 2, Chapter 1. Give up worries and anxieties. Anxiety, tension, stress cripple our lives and make us incapacitated. This is discussed in the following episodes. The noose of anxiety. Once a friend described a strange disease from which he had suffered. Suddenly, he had begun to feel giddy and vomited frequently. He felt worse when he tried to rise from bed. Medicines were of no help. Strangely, the illness which had so baffled his physicians disappeared after some time, as abruptly as it had started. The cause was discovered later to be excessive worry and anxiety. The disease manifested itself when he heard that his friend had been seriously injured in an accident and was hospitalized. The moment he heard that his friend was no longer in danger of death, his own strange ailment vanished. What was the mystery behind it? His anxiety arose from the fact that his friend had taken a huge loan from a bank and he stood guarantor for that. He was worried as to how he would repay the loan if his friend died. As soon as his friend recovered, he was relieved of that worry and his symptoms disappeared. The sage Valmiki said, "A venomous snake kills a boy by its bite, but worry gripping a person destroys him." A person who is morose, worried, and depressed ruins himself no matter what he does. The next episode, Tension, a Burden. Mr. Ananta Rao was the assistant manager of a big company. He was known as an efficient and responsible officer and was eventually given the position of manager. There were many people to assist him in his work. However, within 15 days of becoming the manager, Mr. Rao started suffering from palpitation and fear. He could not sleep well at night. Doctors said that his work had become too heavy for him. Whether in taking important decisions or dealing with uncooperative office workers, he felt tired and unable to cope with the situation. He could not accept that his symptoms were psychological, but his doctors were sure that it was due to mental stress. As advised by them, he went on leave. During his absence, another officer looked after his job efficiently. He handled all the work well and dealt with the problems that came up. Subsequently, Mr. Rao did not find it difficult to manage his work after returning from his holiday, and he felt well. Dr. Alexis Carrel has rightly said, "Businessmen who do not know how to fight worry die young." Silent agony. Sujata was a highly educated and well-mannered young woman. She hailed from a good family. Her husband was well qualified and well placed. Soon after her marriage, she came to know that her husband was an alcoholic. She felt very sad, but did not despair. Patiently and courageously, she tried to free her husband from this habit. She persevered in her efforts for 2 years, but she found it difficult to bear the neighbor's scornful remarks. Agony overwhelmed her whenever her husband came home drunk and behaved badly. Gradually, a dark cloud of depression began to darken her mind and her life. Her dream of a happy future was shattered. She suffered from physical pain, insomnia, and fatigue. These are the painful gifts of worry. Patience and courage are necessary to overcome crisis and preserve mental peace. Patience and courage are necessary to overcome crisis and preserve mental peace. Where shall we get such sterling qualities? What is the way out then? Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.